Welcome to our kitchen for a fun, quick, impromptu video of something new for Cheryl and me. About 2 weeks ago, I watched a short video by Dr. Berg and Dr. William Davis talking about probiotics and gut health. Now, for most of us, probiotics means we're either taking a pill or eating yogurt. But it turns out there's a lot more to this gut health than meets the eye. It's all hidden down here, but we're going to get down here with a really simple recipe. So Dr. Davis introduced me to a new species, if you will, a new species of bacteria called Lactobacillus reuteri, Reuteri. And as he talked about it, I thought this would be something really good to have in my gut because, as we started this whole carnivore process, a big part of it for me was dealing with inflammation in the gut. I would eat and I'd bloat, I'd eat and I'd bloat, I'd eat and I'd bloat, and I'd go to sleep. And the carnivore diet has made a huge shift in that, but I still have gut challenges. So I thought, what if we improve my gut bacteria? So the recipe, the first time we made it, it was an ugly experience. The second time we made it, not so bad. The third time we made it, we got these little golden cups of deliciousness, these little golden cups of yogurt. The first two, Cheryl would not even consider eating. And I just kept working with it a little bit. And it's so easy that by the third batch, it was good to go. So we're going to make it for you tonight. But let's talk about L. reuteri real quick and give you the benefits. This is what intrigued me. And I said, what if? Same as I said to carnivore, what if this actually happened? So number one, these are from experiments at MIT on mice. They found that adequate supplies of L. reuteri in the gut increase the release of of oxytocin in the brain. Oxytocin is responsible for empathy and reducing social anxiety. L. reuteri improves hair growth and the speed of hair growth. It improves skin thickness and the amount of dermal collagen in your skin. It helps with faster skin healing, so in other words, more useful skin. It helps with weight loss. It helps reduce the stress hormone cortisol, which we all see ourselves wearing around here. This is big. In older mice, it improved and increased their mating interest. It also improved their youthful muscle, and it helped reduce bone loss in older mice. So in effect, it helped older mice stay young until they died, is what they said. And then in people, what they've been noticing as they play with this is that it improves sleep. And I think this last week, I'm noticing better, deeper sleep. And so we're going to still, the jury's out on that, but deeper sleep, reduced appetite, and greater optimism. So for not much money, you can experiment and see if this actually works for you too. There's my notes. We're done with those. Now we're on with it. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a yogurt maker. One of my good friends, Lene, tried to make this in a Instant Pot. Cheryl said, Instant Pot, no problem. Turned out not so good. The reason being is that when you make this particular bacteria, this particular probiotic, it cooks for 36 hours and the temperature needs to stay below 100 degrees. So I cook it at 99 degrees for 36 hours. The reason for the 36 hours is that the bacteria grows and grows and grows and grows and picks up speed, and we get maximum growth rate at 36 hours. And then we cut it off because at 36 hours, the death rate starts to kick in. We don't want the 4, 5, 6, 8 hour normal yogurt fermenting time. We want that full 36 hours so we get a bountiful harvest. So what I did is I went online and ordered for $69. My wife said, why are you doing this? And I said, because it looks fun. So this is called the Ultimate Probiotic Yogurt Maker. They're $69 on Amazon. And I decided if we didn't like it, we'd send it back. You have a choice when you buy it of getting 2 bowls like this to cook in it, or you get 8 of these little things. Guess what? We bought both of them. And I think I like the cute little ones better. But we're going to use both of them. As I found, depends on if these are all full of yogurt and I'm making more yogurt, we need these. And if these are full of yogurt, then we can use these. Okay, so we need that. You're going to use half and half. And what Cheryl and I, the only milk and dairy products we use is the A2 dairy. We'll talk more about that another time. The brand we get locally is called Origin, and it says A2. It's from Guernsey cows. It's the only dairy that I can digest well. A lot of people who have trouble with dairy find that the A2 works for them. So I have the A2 milk, the A2 cream, and when we do 50-50, we get, you got it, half and half. Sweet, huh? You'll need 2 other things. You will need a prebiotic. So I ordered organic inulin from chicory root. This is the NutriCost one. I think you can use a lot of different varieties of these, but this looked easy on Amazon. So organic inulin, you can get it non-organic, but it wasn't much more to get organic, so I did that. And you need the initial probiotic. Now you can take this as a probiotic pill, but you got to take them over and over and over, and you got to buy them over and over and over. But when you do this, what you're going to do is you are going to open up this little capsule, and this has 30 in it, 30 little chewable caplets. Okay, so one option when you want to do this is you just chew these, but not strong enough. So you can take 10 of these on your first batch, 10. You can put them in a little plastic bag and get a hammer and break them all up into a fine powder. You're only going to use them the first time, because after that you're going to do what I do tonight. You're going to use a batch of your yogurt starter. That's just starter. And what we found is that on the first batch it comes out kind of lumpy like cottage cheese. Nobody except me ate that one. Then when I made it the second time using that starter from that batch and not the pills, it came out creamy rich, and we had a nice creamy, actually a nice cream on top. It was really, Cheryl started eating it. She really likes it. So what we're going to do, need a bowl, need a measuring spoon. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of our starter. Okay, that's just going to go in the bowl. Is this working okay, Cheryl? And I always like to just put a smidge in for good luck. Okay, so we've got 2 tablespoons of that. We have to rinse this off because I did it backwards. We have to put dry stuff in here too. We have to put the inulin in, and if I'd done the inulin first, this would have been dry. So we got 2 tablespoons of that starter, or we could have done 10 capsules of the BioGaia, and I'll put the link for which brand of that to get in there. So we need, oh, never mind, it comes with scoops. We'll just do this. We need 2 tablespoons of this. 1, 2. This is your prebiotic. This is going to be the food that helps it grow and become strong and healthy. All right, now we're going to take and do our mix up. So this is a 2-cup container. We need a quart, so I'm going to do 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of this, and then we'll double it up again in just a minute. Make the second batch. So we have this. We'll give it a quick stir. And what we're going to do is add just a little bit to this, not a lot, but a couple tablespoons. And we need to stir this until it is nice and smooth, because it will have a tendency to get a little lumpy. So we want to turn this into nice, what do you call this, Cheryl, like a slurry? We want to turn it into a smooth, we want to get as many of the lumps as we can out. Now, what I found is that the inulin kind of globulizes. It makes little globs. So there'll be some in there, but this is coming out pretty smooth. We don't want to do this with a lot of liquid, because now we have a smooth little mixture, and we can take the rest of what we have and we're going to add 1 more cup of cream. This was 16 ounces, so we can just add the whole thing. This A2 cream is luscious. You can make it with some other liquids, but it doesn't come out as creamy and rich, so we're not going to experiment with those. All right, so now we have a quart of liquid. We just need to stir it up nicely. Pretty easy, right? No apron required. And now we're going to take our 2 large bowls. All right, and we're going to pour over the sink just in case things don't go well. It looks really good. That goes in here. And we do the other one. That's beautiful. I'll tell you what, when I started this, everybody looked at me like I was a nut job. But you know what? I think Forrest has scored a home run hit with this. The lids go on. Where did the lid go? We hit it someplace. Where did the lid go? Here it is. It's hiding in the kitchen. Now, we're going to plug this in. Very simple. We'll just put it up here on the countertop so you can all see it. I think that's on. Yep. Okay, so this goes up here, and now we have to add water to it, which, hold on, we've got to get water. And what you're going to do is fill this up with water to the top of where the yogurt is in there. So it's about 2 or 3 cups of water. If Cheryl was doing the video, the water would have been ready ahead of time. But we just want to bring this up and put water in here to the level of where your yogurt is. Perfect. We plug it in. And this is so easy. It was worth the extra money, okay, to just get something that knows what it's doing. And we're going to set the temperature at 99 degrees. And we're going to set the time at 36 hours. So I tend to make this in the evening because that means at the same time in the morning, a day and a half from now, it's going to be ready. So at about 7 o'clock in the morning, 2 days from now, this is going to be ready to go. And as soon as it comes out of this, we're going to go right to the refrigerator, let it cool down for a couple hours, and then we're going to be ready to go. That's your yogurt. If you're using the little cups, it'll use all 8 of those little cups. We put the lid on it, and it is clear for takeoff. We'll get you some more follow-up videos on L. reuteri as we have better experiences with it.